Okay, hi SCC. I'm Ellie, and this is going to be a very short 10 to 15 minute abs session. We're going to work our core. Again, the core is defined from the muscles from your pelvis all the way up to your shoulders. So this is the trunk of our body that we're really going to concentrate on. So I have a few exercises that kind of pack a big punch. They're simple movements, but they work all of those muscles all at one time. So what you need, real simple, is a mat if you have one at home. If not, a beach towel will work, or a blanket, anything that will just provide you with some space in which to work. Carpeting probably would be best if you're on linoleum tile. Just be careful with slipping. Shoes are optional. I am in my socks again. You can be barefooted. You can be in tennis shoes, athletic shoes. If you need a little more stability and you're afraid of slipping, then I would definitely say keep your tennis shoes on. This way you have a little more stability and traction. Okay, so to get started, we're going to be on all fours in what's called a table position if you're a yogi. So we want hands under our shoulders. We want knees right under our hips. And we are going to start by taking our right arm and our left leg, and we are going to extend it out so that you are parallel with the floor. Now, what's important here is to not open up that hip. We want to keep our hips level with the ground. So let's try not to lean into our right knee. We want to keep our body weight balanced between our left hand and our right knee. So really keep those hips level here. So we're keeping this, again, parallel to the floor. And we're just going to tap the toe and the hand down at the same time and lift again. So up and down. Notice my tummy is pulled in. My head and neck are in alignment with my spine because, again, your neck is just an extension, beautiful extension of your spine. So you want to keep that all in alignment. My eyes are on the ground in front of me, maybe even diagonally in front of me, and I'm lifting and lowering. Point your toe if you can and really elongate that leg. When you lift up, push through those fingertips, push through those toes, lift and lower. Here's 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. From this position, we're going to take our right elbow into our left knee. We're going to really crunch that back in, and then extend it all out again. Crunch it in, and extend. Crunch in, and extend. So we're taking our time with this movement. We want to use muscle, not momentum. So notice I'm just moving basically with my breath, in and out. Exhale, inhale, exhale, and inhale. Go ahead and keep those toes pointed nicely and really elongate that leg. Reach. 4 more, please. In and out. In and out. 2. Out and in and out. Excellent job. Bring that back down to center. And let's take a nice child pose. Hips over heels, rock back. Extend those arms out in front of you, forward, forehead to the floor if you can. And just take a few deep breaths here, just to rest those muscles. Again, if you can, put those elbows on the ground and just give those wrists a little bit of a break. We're going to get back up in that tabletop here in a second. All right, when you're ready, join me back up here in table. Again, hands right under your shoulders, knees right under your hips. And we're going to extend the left arm out and the right leg this time again. Balance that body weight between your right hand and your left knee. Keep those hips level, parallel to the ground. Try not to open it up. We want to be able to maintain our body weight just between those two, that hand and that knee. Okay? Bring that knee up. We're doing tap down and lift up. Tap down and lift up. Tap down and lift up. Again, tummy should be pulled in tight. Your head and neck in alignment with your back. Keeping that extension of your spine all the way out. Eyes on the floor. Down and up. Down and up. And notice I'm not going any higher than my hip. We're not trying to hyperextend the back here. Your glutes and your back are doing enough work without really putting all that torque on them by lifting it up past your hip distance here. Up and down. You got 4 more. Up. Here's 3. Here's 2. And 1. Great job. We're going to go in, elbow to knee, crunch that back, and then extend it out. Crunch it in, extend it out. Crunch it in, extend it out. Crunch in, extend out. Crunch in, extend out. Keep going. Down, and up, down, and up, down, and up. Maintain that tummy pulled in. Maintain those hips being level. 4. Push. Point that toe. Push. 2. Push. And 1. Great job. Bring that down. Back to center. Into your child pose. Sit back. Hips over heel. Extend those arms straight out. Deep breath in. Good job. Again, elbows to the floor if you can. And give those wrists some love by just rotating them in circles. Open the fingers, close the fingers, open the fingers. Just really relieve the tension from the wrists. Great job. All right, let's shift our focus to our upper body, and we're going to take what I call a rocking push-up. So your hands again are straight out in front of you from your child pose, and we're going to go right from the child pose into a tricep push-up. We're going to stay on our knees unless you choose to pop up onto your toes and do a full body push-up. But for our goal here is to work, the trunk or the core. A push-up is basically a moving plank. So we want to be able to keep in that plank position. So if staying on your knees is best for you, then staying on your knees. Okay? So how this will look is we're going to, again, rock forward. A tricep push-up keeps the elbows in close to the body and then straight back up. And we're going to rock this back and forth from child pose down to our push-up and back. I like the rocking motion of this, one, because it does take off the weight from the arms. So if you're rocking back and forth, you'll notice that you can actually do more push-ups this way than just the traditional up and down, up and down, up and down. Notice here, keeping my body straight as I lower it to the ground. Those of you that do yoga, you probably recognize this as kind of like a chaturanga, where you're lowering down, chest to the floor, keeping those elbows pulled in tight to the body, really working the chest muscles, really working those tricep muscles back and forth. Again, we're not racing here. We're using muscle, not momentum, so we're just taking our time, rocking back and forth, push and lower. Maybe we could do 4 more. Again, this is something now that I taught you how to do it that you can do more of on your own. And I do encourage you to keep track. I bet you'll see that if you do regular push-ups, just up and down, maybe you'll do 2 sets of 8, maybe 16. This way, probably going to do 24, maybe even more, because again, you're alternating that body weight off and on. 1 more. Great job. All right, back to our child pose. Extend those arms, forehead to the mat, hips over heels. Again, if needed, love those wrists a little bit. Also, bring those hands back and touch your shoulders if you can, and give those triceps a little bit of a stretch because they just worked really hard. Deep breath in and out. Excellent job. From our child pose, let's come on up into a full plank. Now again, if your wrists are starting to bother you because we have been on them for quite a bit of time, I invite you to come on down into a lower plank. Here you want railroad tracks, basically with these arms, keeping those palms straight out in front of you. Either way will work for us. We want shoulders over our wrists or shoulders over your elbows if you are in a lower plank. And we're up on those toes and our tummy is tucked in and we're not sagging it in here. We're keeping those hips lifted and we're going to toe tap side to side. Since we've been going forward and back, staying in alignment with those other exercises, now I want to take you out to a different plane. So we're tapping on either side of our mat. Again, with your breath, inhale out, inhale and exhale with that exertion. Keeping that plank position. Good. Give me 4 more on each side. 3, 2, and 1 on either side. Great job. Come on down. Sit back in that child pose again. Stretch out those shoulders and lower back. Deep breath. Good job. Elbows down if you can. Roll those wrists around. Great job. Come on up carefully. Let that blood rush back down. And when you're ready, we're going to take a dive onto our backs for our last exercise for this segment. Backs flat to the floor. And again, simple motions with maximum work here. So we're going to do a bicycle crunch, which means we're going to lift those feet up off the ground. I love that position because it keeps your back completely flat to the mat. So pull those tummies in tight. Think about pulling your navel in toward the mat. So really pull that in, keeping those backs flat to the floor. Now, depending on your skill level, your legs, again, are going to alternate. So we'll be right knee in with our left elbow, and then we'll be right elbow with our left knee. You want to keep your legs at a level that they're going to keep your back flat to the ground. So some of you are here. Some of you might be all the way down here. But the idea here is to keep that lower back flat to the mat at all times. So you can interlace those fingers, put them back behind you. You can even use those thumbs on the back of your neck to give yourself a little bit of massage. Keep those elbows out wide. We're going to come in, right elbow, left knee, and switch. Inhale, exhale with the exertion. Switch, switch. Again, take your time with these. We're using muscle, not momentum. Side to side. So we have both our abs in the front and those obliques on the side at work here. So lots of work being done in a short amount of time. Side to side. Keep going. There's 4. And 3, 2. One more set of 4. Come on. 3, 2, and 1. Excellent job. Pull those knees into your chest. Give yourself a hug. You can even rock it side to side and give that lower back a bit of a massage. Deep breath. Excellent work, friends. Feet to the floor. Hands on either side, flat to the mat. And we're going to lift up into a pelvic tilt here for a stretch of the lower back, for the stretch of those hip flexors. Deep breath in, please. And out. Excellent job. Roll it down. And back again, flat to the mat. Turn your head to the right as far as it will go and just stretch through your neck. Back to the center and turning your head to the left side. And back to the center. Great job. Hug those knees up. Roll yourself in. And we are back to center. Well, that wraps it up for our abs session. Again, 3 very simple exercises that we did that you can always expand on. I did just enough to get us through about 10 or 15 minutes, but you can take those same 3 exercises and expand on them, do more repetitions. You can add weight to those tables with the arm. You can put a can or weight in there and make it harder for yourself. I look forward to seeing all of you again, hopefully very soon. I appreciate you watching, and if you do want to subscribe to our channel, you're in your corner there on the screen. Look for that to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Again, thanks for watching. Keep moving, everybody. Stay safe. Bye.